Okay, next target. Hey, there's our buddy. I wouldn't stand back there. Okay, third time's a charm, right? So this is the third time I'm shooting this because of camera malfunctions. Hopefully this goes good. All right, so I've got the 22 Wildcat, 700 millimeter barrel, loaned to us by Bill W. in North Carolina. Thank you, Bill. We appreciate it, and everybody who's using the dope tables appreciates it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to shoot 4 different weight pellets. We're going to shoot 14 threes, 18 threes, 21 nines, and 25 threes. And what we're going to do is we're going to shoot 18 shot groups instead of 6 shot groups. I kind of wanted to do this because John Howerton asked me to see if I could replicate his results with the Crossman 14 threes at 970 feet. And I told him I'd give it a try, so part of what this is. Going from the dope table with the 700 barrel. 14 threes at 970. We need to be at about 70 bar and 5.5 on the hammer spring. So I'm going to dial up the hammer spring to 4.5. So we're a millimeter over dialed to find our maximum velocity. And I'm going to dial the reg pressure up to, let's start at 67 bar. You always want to start below what the table says. And that way you can work your way up. Okay, there's 67 bar. And I'm going to shoot for the large spinner down there. See where our 0 is.
972.
You need to be about 980 to 985, so let's go up 2 bar. Let's try 69 bar. See how we do there. Large spinner again.
981.
Okay, right about there. And we'll back off to, chart says 5.5, but we're a bar under, so we're going to go to 5.55. Large spinner again.
967.
Okay, that was 69 bar. I'm going to go to 5.5. Okay, let me try one more at the large spinner.
970.
Okay, I think that was high, right?
972.
Okay, there we go. And let me top off the mag so we get a full 18 shots. These 14 threes are pretty fun to shoot, really, because they're so inexpensive. And you get a ton of shots because, well, you can run at 69 bar. All right, pretty much hit dead center on that last shot on the big spinner. So we're going to go top set of boards, left-hand side, left-hand target, and we're just going to hold center for all these.
970.
All right, hang on. All right, not sure why it's shifting all around, but it is. So, all right, I adjusted the scope, and now I'm back on center. So let's see if we can get these a little closer to center.
$970.
All right, so what do we see? What is that, about 2.5 inches wide and at least 3 inches tall? I'll measure it up on the edit. Look at our numbers here. 969, 7, and 2.5. So we're right there at 970 where Howerton was shooting his. Okay, we want to make any adjustments? Let's try a little bit closer to our maximum. So I'm going to bump this up just 5. We're now at 5.45. All right, next target over. Flyer.
$972.
All right, so what do we see? It's like a 3-inch by 3-inch group with flyers. Not even as good as the first group. So maybe we went the wrong way with the adjustment, but and let's see how we did. 970, 9 spread in the 2.5. All right, next up, let's change our ammo, 18 threes, and we'll get loaded up here. Now these are AEA 18 threes. The last video, if you caught that one, these shot really well at about 915. but that was with the 600 millimeter barrel. So this is the 700 millimeter barrel. So it might be a little bit different, but we'll find out. So the last video I said that the AEA pellets, one funny thing about them is they're not marked as to where they're made. And I said if anybody knew where they were made, chime in the comments, and one guy did. He says JSB makes these. Okay, 18 threes. We need to be at, we're going to run these at about 915. So we need to be about 72 bar and 5.05 on the hammer spring. That's 910. So let's try 4.0 on the hammer. Over dial by a millimeter. There's 4.0. Let's try 72 bar and see what our maximum is. And we're going to go for the big spinner again.
928.
928. We're going for 915, so that's 13 over. That's about perfect. And we'll back it off to, chart says 5.05. Let's try 5.0.
912.
Okay, that was kind of pretty much the center of the spinner. See if we can do it again.
914.
Okay, that was about the same spot. All right, gonna hold center. Right hand board, first target.
912. 914.
All right, that was it. What is that? About 2-inch group. Got a couple of them. Yeah, about two and a half total. But the majority of them, looks like about 13 or 14 shots, are all in a 2x2 box. So, yeah, not too bad. All right, let's try it again. See if we get the same result for the next group. Oh wait, let's check our numbers. 914, a 4, and a 2. It's right where we want to be. We want to be 915. Great spread and a great standard deviation. I'm going to lower the scope a little bit so maybe we get a little bit closer to center. All right, not going to change a thing. I'm going to shoot next group right next to it, holding center.
914.
All right, we're landing all the way down there, low right, and I haven't changed anything. Let's see if it stays there. Not sure why I got that big shift, but I did. I don't think there's that much wind. All right, that was it. And it was ugly. So it just goes to show you, not everything is rainbows and unicorns. That's quite unexpected, and no idea why we got that big shift low right, especially after I moved my scope down so it would bring the group up. Yeah, so something's going on there. Not sure what. Okay, so 913, a 2, and a 0.9. So it's exactly where we were before, plus or minus, but first group was very promising. The second group was completely awful, and no idea what happened in between. All right, let's move on. New pellet, AEA 21.9s. And where are we at? 72 bar. So if we go to the table, 21.9. Should we stick at this 920 velocity, or should we try something more standard like 880, 890? Let's do that. Let's just try something a little bit more standardish. So 880, 80 bar, and 3.9 on the hammer spring. So let's set the hammer spring to 2.9. And let's go to 80 bar. Okay. And we're just going to see what our maximum is here. I'm going to hold at the top of the spinner, see where we end up.
902.
Okay, no idea where that hit. But we are at 902 at 80 bar. So where I would shoot that normally is I would shoot that about 890. Let's just see if we can dial back for 890. So let's try, chart says 3.9. Let's try 3.95. Go for the large spinner again. See if we can figure out where this is hitting.
886.
I'm going to give it a little bit more hammer spring. I'm going to go to 3.9. So I don't think I'm hitting low. Where am I hitting? Tell you what, let me just put one on the middle of the board. See if we can figure out where we're hitting. I'm going to aim right in between the two targets.
800. 91.
3 inches left. Try a large spinner again. Try it one more time. All right, let's try right there. Took us a bunch of shots to just figure out where we're hitting. About 3 shots to get us dialed into the speed we wanted. So let me go ahead and refill. Now what I do notice about these 21.9s is they do take a little bit more force to put into the breech. It's almost like they're a slightly larger diameter than the 18s. Let's do a new string, 80 bar, 3.9. And we'll just ignore that one hole. Bottom set of boards, left-hand side, left-hand target. This is like an 8-inch group. That's not even a group. All right, so I'd say it absolutely hates that velocity. So 889, a 5, and a 2. Let's try something else. That's pretty awful. All right, let's do a new string. We were at 80 bar, 3.9. So where do we want to go from here? Let's try that 910 to 915 again, like we did with the 18. See if we have any luck there. Now, normally, if you're just doing this by yourself, you would just increment up by 10 feet. So you'd start at 880, try 890, 900, so on and so forth. But we're just kind of jumping around here. I don't have time to test every 10-foot increment in between 860 and 920. We're just kind of guessing. So 915 to 920, we want to be at 88 bar, or we want to start at 88 bar and 2.2 on the hammer spring. So 2.2 is over dialed by a millimeter, and we want to move up to 88 bar. All right, let's try right there. Guess that last group, that's why it was so hard to get it sighted in, because it was just all over the place. All right, let's go for the large spinner again, see where we're at.
935.
Okay, so that would be about 920. Okay, let's back off to 3.2. See where we're at.
921.
All right, so I'm close there, and I'm right at the speed I want. 935 high, 921. Let's try right there. Let's get rid of the 935, and let's find an open spot to shoot. I'm going to hold on the right-hand target 1 inch above the 1 o'clock. Let's see what happens.
923.
Up 3 inches high. Okay, same hold.
$919.
All right, so I'm going to say that's an actual group, and it looks like we're climbing up. I'd say we got the majority of them. Probably 14, 15 pellets in a 1.5 inch, 2 inch box. We'll measure it up on the edit, see what it is. Yeah, 920 is definitely a lot better than 890 for this pellet. So 922 is 7 and a 1.6. So yeah, just obviously I'm guessing that pellet just liked more speed. So all right, next pellet, we're going to shoot the AEA 25.3s. What's our chart say? All right, judging from the 21s, I'm going to guess that faster's better. The highest velocity on the dope table is 930, so let's just try and run it there. So let's dial to 0.8 on the hammer spring, over dial by a millimeter, and let's try and start at 105 bar. All right, 105 bar, 0.8. See what our maximum is. And we'll go for the big spinner again.
944.
Okay, 944, that's perfect. Let's dial back to, say, 1.8, still at 105 bar. I'm probably hitting high, so let's aim about an inch towards the bottom of the big spinner. I'm going to go for the middle spinner. Try one more time, middle spinner.
939.
939, still too fast. Try back off to 1.95. Middle spinner.
932.
All right, that'll do. I'm going to top off the mag here. Now, give me a break here, because 22 is not my normal caliber. 25 is my normal calibers. I don't have near as much experience with 22, so forgive all the bad groups. But I just wanted to shoot some groups with a 700 barrel while I had the chance before I returned it to Bill in North Carolina. Hey, again, thank you, Bill. Everybody appreciates it. Last board on the bottom, first target. And we're just going to hold center and see what happens.
$930.
Looks like we got 16 out of 18 in a 2-inch box. Heavier the pellet, the more speed it likes? Maybe. What's our numbers? 931, a 5, and a 1.6. So can't complain about any of that. It's right where we wanted to be. All right, last group here. Do we want to try and tweak any of the settings? Or do we just want to see if we can kind of replicate that same 2-inch group with this last magazine of pellets? I don't know. Do we want to make any changes for this last group? Let's just shoot it right where it's at and see if we can get a similar, consistent result. Last target, I'm going to hold center on all of these. And let's see if they all end up in the top left-hand quadrant.
$928.
All right, that was it. And very similar result. A little bit bigger, but maybe it was a little bit windier. You know, nothing too great. What is that, about 3-inch group? So definitely room for improvement. Pick the numbers. 930 is 6 and a 1.7. So same as last group. Obviously everything's shooting real consistent. That's the beauty of the quick tune system. We still need a volunteer for a 30 caliber 600 millimeter barrel, but I think everything else is covered. If you have a 30 caliber 600 millimeter barrel that you'd like to volunteer for a couple weeks so I can get that dope table done, that would be great. Just get a hold of me in the comments and we can work it out offline. Thank you to Bill W. in North Carolina for loaning us the 22 caliber 700 millimeter barrel. That'll probably be going back to you this week, Bill. So I'll get a hold of you before I ship it out. Thank you, High Pressure Pneumatics, as always. Look in the description of the video for links for the quick tune system, for the Maverick, for the Wildcat, for the dope tables, and for targets if you want to print those and use them. What else you guys want to talk about? As these barrels come in and I complete the dope charts, I'm just trying to shoot a few groups with these barrels because, you know, I don't have any experience with 22. I don't have any experience with 30. So it just allows me to shoot a little bit with these different calibers. The reason I went with 25 in the first place, if you watch any of the Avenger videos, is it's less expensive than 30 and hits harder than 22. So that's where most of my shooting experience lies, is with the 25 calibers. So, you know, doing the dope tables for everybody and getting to try out the different calibers is, you know, kind of fun for me. So what else you guys want to talk about? Sorry the groups weren't any better, but it's not all unicorns and rainbows with air gunning. So sometimes there is definitely a learning curve. Okay, I think that's it. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.